Audio Jungle.
Wow. Look at the water, man. Lord. When I say two.
Yeah, that's how it
two.
goes when it comes to the beach. You gotta go,
Really decide.
gotta go all out.
Lord.
All out. Yes, this is.
Oh my
out.
gosh. Well, hello everyone and welcome to Discovering Jamaica, the St. James edition part 2.
Oh yes,
yes,
part
St.
2.
James is a resort parish. And we have been here. It's been a week now, guys. And we get a new year style. Look at me here. Would you like it?
Yay! Yep, I love it. Oh yes, bro. It looks fun. I like it.
Oh yes, thanks girls. Well, as you know, change is good sometimes, you know? So now that we are in part 2, so now we have the one part to go through.
The economy, the money part. Yep.
Yes.
Friends and rivals.
Yep.
Demographics.
And we keep leaving out the politics. We don't want to leave that out this time.
Not at all. You don't want to leave that out this time.
Okay,
so,
guys.
Babe, tell them where we are.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, tell them where we are. We're at the Hilton Rose Hall.
Hilton Rose Hall. Top-notch hotel.
Hilton Rose Hall.
Yeah. Oh,
Indeed.
yes. Nice experience. Wonderful experience. Wonderful experience. Yes, indeed.
Oh, yes, girls. Oh, yes. And we can't sit on enjoy on herself. Oh, especially you, Bridgette.
With you.
Anyway, this is what we're rolling the secret. But without further ado, St. James Part 2, Discovering Jamaica for ya. And sexy girl, Bridgette.
Boom. Yes, baby.
And your time.
All right. What? Oh my God. Let's go.
I saw the thing go Aca-Kay. See your sister got a piece of something there.
Stop it. You're too hot for me. Wanna need a room. The parish of St. James has 2 major industries going on for it. Tourism is the #1 industry in St. James. It also has agriculture, limestone mining, commerce, BPO, and services. Parish also have construction, also along with shipping and freight. In terms of tourism, the parish of St. James is #1 for tourism in Jamaica. It's the tourism capital of Jamaica and the Anglophone Caribbean. St. James is the leading parish of tourism, followed behind St. Anne and Trelawney. Many hotels and resorts can be found all over the parish of St. James. A lot of hotels and resorts can be found mostly around Rose Hall, Montego Bay, and Reading. There's also community tourism and cultural tourism that can be found in southern St. James, places like Cambridge, Catadupa, and Montpelier. The parish of St. James is also home to major attractions that draws tourists to their destinations. Attractions such as Doctor's Cave Beach, Dumper Beach, the Rose Hall Great House and Plantation, the Montego Bay Convention Center, Rick's Cafe, Pier 1, the Montego Bay Heat Strip, and many others. Tourism contributes a whopping 70% of GDP into the St. James economy. The second largest industry in the parish of St. James has to be agriculture. Yes, agriculture. Believe it or not, St. James is one of the most important parishes for agriculture, especially in southern St. James. Crops such as coffee, bamboo, mango, orange, grapefruit, pineapple, and many others are planted and harvested in the parish of St. James. Agriculture pumps roughly 11% into the St. James economy. So, now due to its high demand for hotel rooms, the parish of St. James is one of the major players in construction, mainly in the hospitality industry. Yes, hotel rooms is a major need, especially in and around the areas of Montego Bay, as hotels boost up their product to accommodate more and more tourists. There's also a demand for housing solutions in and around the parish of St. James, especially in Montego Bay. There's also a demand for infrastructural work in places like the Sangse International Airport. Currently, the Sangse International Airport is going through a runway extension and a modernization of its terminal to accommodate larger flights and more passengers. There's also road construction and other major developments. Construction contributes a whopping 16% to the St. James economy. Limestone mining, services, BPO call centers, and commerce all together pump a whopping 10% to the St. James economy. With all of this says to conclude, St. James is one of Jamaica's wealthiest parishes. That means a whole heap of money there, is it?
Oh, yes, certainly we see it, babe. So now it's time to go into the road and infrastructure, tell you all about that now, and I will take you through it. The parish of St. James currently have 3 classes of roads: A, B, and C roads. The A1 highway enters the parish from Trelawney as the Northern Coastal Highway from Greenwood at the border with Trelawney all the way to Montego Bay, where it becomes the Howard Cook Boulevard and the Jimmy Cliff Boulevard. And then it exits Montego Bay all the way to the Hanover border as the Northern Coastal Highway. This entire system along the north coast of Jamaica is called the Elegant Corridor. There is the B6 as the Montpelier to Catadupa Main Road from Montpelier to the St. Elizabeth border. The road also touches parts of Westmoreland. And there's the B8 from Reading to Hanover border as the Anchovy Main Road. There's also the Montego Bay to Wakefield Main Road as a C road, with over 14 more C roads webbed out across the parish. There is a proposed Montego Bay Perimeter Road, or the Montego Bay Bypass, which will be a part of the proposed portion of Highway 2000. Highway 2000 is a dual carriageway turnpike that is set to link major Jamaican cities such as Kingston, Portmore, Spanish Town, Maypen, Mandeville, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay. The east-west leg of Highway 2000 currently exists from Kingston to Maypen, with further extensions from Maypen to Williamsfield in Manchester. However, the road is to be extended all the way to Montego Bay by the end of the 2020s. The Montego Bay Perimeter Road will also be incorporated into Highway 2000 East-West. And work on the Montego Bay Perimeter Road is slated to begin this year in 2023. The parish of St. James has a metro bus system. This serves the Montego Bay metro area. The service is called the Montego Bay Metro. The Montego Bay Metro is serviced, owned, and operated by the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC. The JUTC has over 20 fleets of buses serving the Montego Bay Metro, serving the city of Montego Bay along with its nearby suburbs of Rose Hall, Irwin, Anchovy, Reading, and Montpelier. The Sangster International Airport, or MBJ, is Jamaica's largest international airport and the largest international airport in the English-speaking Caribbean. It is the busiest airport in the English-speaking Caribbean. On a regular day, the Sangster International Airport can see up to 80 flights on a daily basis, mostly from North America and others from Europe, Asia, South America, and even Africa. The airport is currently going through an expansion project, extending its runway to accommodate larger jets like the Airbus A380. It's also doing a renovation of its terminal to accommodate the ongoing traffic flow in the airport. The Sangster International Airport is the only airport of its kind serving Western Jamaica and the entire island on a whole. The island of Jamaica currently has 62 political constituencies represented by a member of parliament in Gordon House, or the House of Representatives. The parish of St. James has 5 of these constituencies. These constituencies are St. James East Central, St. James Northwestern, St. James Central, St. James West Central, and St. James Southern. In the 2020 general elections, the ruling Jamaica Labour Party won all 5 constituencies over the People's National Party, PNP. So, you guys voted in the last election, the 2020 election?
Oh, yes, I did. Yep, I did.
Bridgette, who you vote for?
That's top secret. Okay, listen.
What about you, okay?
Then if she attack me, you have to say,
Lord
really,
now
bro?
that.
Really, bro?
No secret. No.
As a matter of
Lord
fact,
God.
who you voted for?
Lick him with his
Yes.
Well, I voted for the... I won't say either.
Lord God, see it, then you see it.
You see, you sexy Bridgette, you wait until later. You still gonna laugh after me. I going to get something to laugh about. Me now while you. Anyway. Okay. Yes, time for the famous people them, the people there. It just feels cushy and nice.
She loves you, okay? You say what
You wait, okay, your time now.
Boy, I'm on the hot. When I grow up, I want to be just like
Oh,
others.
gosh, Bill, this is where I cast for the platform.
You like it, that's true.
So, like all other parishes, the parish of St. James has its share of people of diverse groups. The parish has a diverse group of especially mostly Africans, and as you know, because it's the tourist capital of Jamaica, there are some Caucasians. There are quite a few Caucasians living in the parish of St. James that were migrated from the United States, Canada, and countries in Europe. That should be immigrated. If you watch my English. Duh. Anyways, the parish of St. James is 80% Black or African, 7% Indian, 6% Chinese or Asian, 5% White or Caucasian, and 2% for other or mixed race. Like any other parish, province, state, county, or prefecture, the parish of St. James has its share of famous faces who shines bright on the local and international stage. Some of these famous faces are Alia Atkinson, Olympian and former national swimmer, reggae artist Jimmy Cliff, Sir Howard Cook, former Governor General of Jamaica, Homer Davis, government minister and former mayor of Montego Bay, Heather Little White, former nutritionist and journalist, Peter Lee Vassell, footballer, reggae artist Jesse Royal, Dr. Andrew Houghton, financial analyst, Derek Kellier, former government minister, Shamara Sterling, netballer, Queen Ifrika, reggae artist, and national hero Samuel Sharp. These are just few of the many famous people that are from the parish of St. James.
Me say, one time I got been afraid to come to this house. You
Me
know?
too.
My God. What afraid?
No,
Kinda?
not very much, but kind saying that?
You what a perry if we go book up on the palm, Mr. John Palm.
What
Boss!
are
My gosh, anyway, make we walk together,
Oh
don't
my
please.
God.
Don't
You're
separate now,
stupid.
guys. Make we walk together. But Aca-Kay, me I got trouble you again with the pan your case
Really,
again,
bro?
baby.
What this
Really,
time?
bro? Why are you trouble?
Yeah, no man.
You and my sister.
Say
What
if
are you
you don't have no man.
I'm single, free, and disengaged, bro. Yeah.
Really,
waiting for the right
Aca-Kay.
one.
Babe, get out of
Yeah, as they say, no.
Yes, that's what I said, bro.
Bush a ear, but in a bush.
Will you hear that?
You really want to
Me
hear?
want here.
Bro, we here.
Me ear say. Listen, no, man. Let me tell you. Ear say. You take with Aliana man for an hour. You capture Aliana man.
You see what's going on there?
You think me that as it?
First of all,
Yes, yes, yes.
and Nick look
Mhm.
me, and me look Nick. And Nick look me.
Yo,
And first of all,
Ah, we
second
are
of all,
say,
Aliana
well,
can't do me nothing.
You say I like it. Aliana jealous about it?
Aliana may be jealous, but me
Yes, you
dread
can't do nothing.
that you don't know about me.
Yeah. Give me something. Anything they go on between. you and me.
Me go in here and him offer me a drink.
Really?
One thing lit together. Yes.
That's alright.
Duh. What's up? Girl, take a girl, man.
How my fault? The youth offer me a
No,
drink.
sis.
Him like me and thing and
We did
I know
that,
my
man.
fault. I know me left was up with this one. It was
Mercy. I don't know we have
Sorry,
to tell
Aliana.
Aliana say. Anyway, friends and rivals. That's coming up, guys. That is coming up. We're gonna find out who is St. James' friends and their rivals. Seems like we're going to be having a big rival between Aliana and
You see
Aca-Kay
it
whenever
again?
she come back from
and if
Germany.
she thinks she bad.
Oh, can't wait to see what this turn out. Make me go on to the video. Friends and rivals for you, everybody. And I will return this time, yep.
So, just like any other parish, state, province, county, or nation, the parish of St. James has its friends and rivals too. And yes, she do has a rival. And that rivalry is between herself and Kingston and St. Andrew, the nation's capital. Watch this. Yeah, Kingston and St. Andrew. You may be the capital, you know, but guess what? Me have the largest airport and thing in it. You see? So you better mind what I say, you know. You know you can rivalry. Montego Bay is a nicer city than yours, your old Kingston. So you know you feel like, me got the tourists them, me got the cruise ship, plus me are the prettiest. You see it? What you got over me? You're a little Norman at the airport now going nothing was wanna just get what, like 30 flights per day? We see
Oh,
80
Lord.
flights per day.
Really,
So tell me
St.
now,
James.
what you got?
Well, just like when we tell all other parishes who flip up and tip up them tail and go on like say them run things in this. just like when we tell them, I tell you, you may get all of that, you see. But harder when you come to me.
Really?
Me and the capital of Jamaica.
Think again.
You can't beat that. Everything come to me. All your tourists them, all your flights them, and everything we are going with over there. Have to come to me. Okay? That's right. Learn that. I'm
Well,
not boss.
you may be right about that still, but me still at the best. Duh.
So, it all said and done, these two parishes are still good friends at the end of the day, even though they have rivalries. But after all of everything, their differences and their disputes, they are best of friends.
You're so right about that, sweetie. Yep, indeed. So, St. James has some more friends. I can say this parish has a lot of friends. And two of her other best of friends is, of course, her neighbor to the south. And the other one is not her neighbor, but this one is to the east, and they have a lot in common. And I'm talking about St. Elizabeth and St. Anne. Yes, these two are great friends of St. Elizabeth. They share a lot in common. St. James is a resort parish. St. Anne is a garden parish. They both have everything what it takes in tourism. St. James is the #1 tourism parish, and St. Anne comes in at #2. St. Anne depends on St. James for flights, for flight tourism, for those who are flying into Jamaica. That comes in through the Sangster International Airport. So, and the Ocherius cruise ship here also, you know, a lot of tourism comes through there and goes to St. James. You know, so vice versa, these two parishes share a lot in common. They really share a whole lot in common. So that's why they're good friends. St. Elizabeth, on the other hand, is the breadbasket parish. And yes, it's also a tourist parish. It's also a resort parish as well. Not as big as St. Anne and St. James, but it still do share a lot in common. It's a breadbasket parish. It's most of the produce that goes to St. James are from St. Elizabeth. The apple and sugar estate, right now, there will be a line that will run from Montego Bay all the way to Appleton that brings tourism into the parish. So the tourism comes in and the food produce goes out into St. James. So there you got it. That's why they're best of friends.
Oh, yes, bro. That's right. And when I'm ready for it, the bestest of friend of St. James is, of course, our neighbor to the east, Trelawney. Yes. Believe it or not, Trelawney is St. James' best ally and partner. Reason being is because Trelawney got the yam, because Trelawney had a yam parish. And St. James people love yam. They love a lot of yam. Oh yeah, indeed. So, because of the yam, just for the yam alone, make St. James just in love with Trelawney. However, on the other hand, Trelawney loved the tourism. So she loved to see when the tourism them coming in from Sangster. Yeah. And guess what? Trelawney has its own cruise shipping pier, so St. James benefit from that too. Okay, so there you got it. Now, can anybody explain it better than that? Them two parishes are just so in love. After all. Wow. Oh my gosh, baby, it's so long we've been here. We've been here for 2 weeks.
Oh yes, 2 weeks, babe.
Oh, I enjoy
Oh
myself.
Lord,
Now.
you seem like you want to go home, though. You enjoy yourself.
Wow, I'm ready to
Oh
go home.
yes, and Ava. Oh wow, it was a great pleasure of you hosting us here in your city, in your parish.
Oh, wow, my pleasure,
Yes,
bro. My
discovering
pleasure.
Jamaica.
Anytime, bro.
Oh yes, your hospitality was superb.
Yeah.
And I forgot to tell you guys
she
that
did
yes, we're
real
here
well
at the
hosting
Rose
us.
Hall Great House, and we got some gifts.
Oh, yeah,
we
some
got some
beautiful
gifts.
gifts. Someone got in
They
the
gave us some gifts.
So,
for,
hourglass,
just
no
being here,
prices.
highlighting, the great house and all of that. So it's a great gesture. It was a pleasure being here in
It
St.
was indeed a
James.
pleasure.
Gosh. After
Oh,
2
yes,
weeks being
bro.
here and plus a month
Lord
over so
gosh.
in the Far East,
You must be
it's
homesick
time to
now,
head back
man.
home to Mandeville.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much, Aca-Kay, for being here.
Pleasure is mine, bro.
We'll look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, thanks,
soon.
Troublemaker.
That's it for Discovering Jamaica St. James Edition Part 2. Join us next time as we bring you to one of the parish in Discovering Jamaica.
Bye,
See you
bye.
guys. This has been Discovering Jamaica, where you get facts and details of all 14 parishes. Up next, the parish of...
Saint Mary! Wow, Saint Mary, where we come from? Not me, them.